Hornets making their grand entrance earlier. Looking good. Confident they can get the job done in front of their home crowd. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. You'll watch the Portland Trail Blazers in this one as they go up against the Charlotte Hornets here at Spectrum Center. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Portland. Right now they're down to the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they wanted to have at this point of the season.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Haywood is out there with Ingram. Then there's Clingan. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's man in at the shooting guard. And for the Hornets, all out there with MP. Then there's Brandon Miller. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Salon in at the 4-man position. Here in this stage of the season, Greg, what can struggling teams do to better themselves?
You mean besides make a big trade move? I mean, I think about lineups and schemes. You have to look at what you can control and really establish your identity.
Now here's Henderson. Latrey. MV tries for miss. And it's ball in the corner. Miller outside. Pass to MV. Charlotte moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Miller, that's for 2. Nice jump shot. Good. Miller's got the first points of the night for the Hornets.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Haywood with the ball. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game. Getting the ball inside early.
Allen, this is to MP. Pass to Salon. 3 corners off the mark. And up top, Allen defending. Basket good. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Ball, the pass to MP. Henderson against Ball. Carries it down low.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't phase him. That rarely works against Ball.
Man with it, covered by MP. Pass to Clingan. Now here's Henderson. Launches it. Score of the basket. Good shot after missing his first attempt.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Ball, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Portland had Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. They really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter, he can just do a little bit of everything.
Even with the defense draped all over him, MP stays on the drive and gets exactly where he wants to go.
Now here's Henderson. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Man gets the bucket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Miller against Haywood. MP outside. Outside, ball. Good in the assist goes to MP. Ball has got his second bucket tonight.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing. Playing really efficient basketball.
And stolen by MP. Yes, that goes in.
Wow, MP was on a mission the second he had the ball. He was gone.
Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Man with it, covered by MP. Henderson outside. Another shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jared Allen.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the lead.
D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
That one is no good. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hewitt against Ball. Miller right side. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
Well, you know, it's obvious that Ball knows exactly how to work the angles. He gets the ball to a wide open shooter just about every time.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with some superstar potential. His coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Ball. After the Trailblazers pick up 2. MP kicks to Miller. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Miller's got 8 points.
Great ball movement there.
Pass to Klingon. Now Haywood. Trailblazers moving the ball around to the paint. Man can't hit. And it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 13-5 run. And he comes up with the deuce. MP's got his 3rd basket of the night.
It's one thing to take it to the paint, but MP able to complete the drive as well.
Here's Man, covered by MP. Man gets the bucket.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Pass to Solon. Here's Ball. Fires for 3. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
He has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
And it's Henderson with the ball for the Trailblazers. 8-point game. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Pass to Solon. MP outside. Ball with a wide open look. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And here's Henderson following LaMelo Ball's 3. Here's Haywood. And he carries it back. A 3-pointer offline. Hornets leading by 9. MP dishes to Allen. Pass to Solon. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very impressive offense so far.
Here's Klingon. It's Henderson on the wing. He's covered by Ball. Now, MP. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas. From past the arc. The Trailblazers pull it in. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season. Henderson outside. Pass to Haywood. A 3. Drills it from outside. Haywood's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Solon. In the corner, it's MP. Miller outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 8. Man with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Klingon with it. It's Ingram on the wing. Nothing on the board. Has to Klingon. And they're in this one.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Now, here is Miller. He had 19 points in the win against Dallas. And so on gets it to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Haywood. Off target from outside. Charlotte leading by 8. Here's MP. Can't connect from short range.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Now, here's Haywood. For that win against the Rockets. He's another guy who really showed up to play.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky right there.
And it's Allen with the jam.
You know, guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers. To see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Washington. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for the Hornets, they were projected to be one of, if not the best team in our league. And thus far, they have not disappointed.
Charlotte leading by 10. To the inside. No good with the layup. The Trailblazers shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Well, Michael Porter Jr. is one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And that size that he brings to that sweet stroke makes it hard to get to a shot. 6'10", shoots it with confidence, shoots it with great fluidity. And man, is he special. And he's worked through some injury trouble early in his career. And now he's one of the more lethal front court players in the league on the perimeter.
And so it's Charlotte with it. Portland making their last shot. A three from MP. Trades it from beyond the arc. MP's got 9.
And they are shooting lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Here's Mann, who's coming off a 13-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
3 and an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's MP. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Charlotte.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Here's Wall. Still yet to score. Bridges a screen on Porter. Here's Wall. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. And this is a team making history with every single win. They're coming into this game with
some of the best basketball that I've ever seen. I mean, they look virtually unbeatable. The key now is they continue to try to strive for consistency, to be ready to handle whenever the next loss does come up. That's going to be the key, bouncing back when they do have somebody in this streak.
Now here's Allen. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming in attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas.
And double digits look at the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Hornets lead by. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hornets.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they capitalize and transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Miles Bridges. Handle out there with Henderson. Then there's Frazier. And it's Law in at the three, the small forward. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Mavericks delivered in a major way. He scored 21 points and made everyone around him better with his passing, with a whole lot of assists. When this team is playing together and playing for one another, they're a force. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
NP outside. Daniels with it. Now on a screen on Henderson. Daniels passes to MP. Puts up a deep three. That one does not go. It puts him at 5 for 9 from the field. Henderson looking it over. No good from outside. Charlotte leading by 13. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable great over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing. Right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Henderson kicks the wall. Frazier the pass to Henderson. Handle outside. Bridges a screen on MP. Goes up on the high post. Handle no good. Hornets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. It's stolen by Randall. Pass to Law. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Law's got his first bucket of the night.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Law. 20 points for him last game against Dallas.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a jump in that game. And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how close to feeling me. Those hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here's Randall. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And the foul called on NP. That is his first foul of the game. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Daniels. Bridges outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And there's Randall on the assist by Haywood. Randall's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Miller with a wide open look. How good with a triple.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Henderson outside. Here's the floater. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. But the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do. Even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them. Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan, those Pistons Bulls rivalry. Pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there've been a lot over the years.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's MP. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. MP's got 14 points for the game.
And I'm loving the energy MP is attacking with. He's not giving this defense any room to breathe.
Bridges outside. They set the pick to the middle. And it's Quinn with the jam.
Boy, excellent vision that time by Bridges to be able to make that pass. Really good, unselfish play there.
Back to MP. Pass the ball. Here's Saul. You know, the points are always big out for him. He's averaging just as short of 20 points a game right now.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for him so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And no passes to Henderson. Off target from three-point range. And so, MP will bring it up for the Hornets. 17-point lead they're taking. Launches a three. That's his fifth miss of the game. He has made 6 of his 11 shots. Henderson outside. Lock at 6. There's a good screen. There's the triple. Hunter grabs the miss.
So he's just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Miller surveying the floor. From the arc. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far. Shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, he's been a rock of offensive support so far. And when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Pass to Klingon. And here's Henderson. Henderson throws it down hard.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Here's MP. Portland making their last shot. It's up a 3, and it's the Hornets another 3.
He's the favorite. They have to start closing down on shooting.
And here's Henderson. 14 points for him. Pass to Randall. It's in. It's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Hornets leading by 19. MP outside. Outside, ball. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got his 4th assist in this one.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Time call here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. As you take a look at Charlotte, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat.
Checking out Charlotte. They had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
That's it, coming off an assist from Miller. Miller's got assist number 5 here tonight.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, he's stacking up threes the way he is. I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Now, here's Haywood. He has 5. Here's Klingon. And he banks in the layup. Klingon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. It'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Charlotte leading by 21. Pass to Solon. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Here's Mann. He's got 10. Here's Hunt. Offline with his 3. Out left to the wing. Deep 2 from Paul. And it falls over the rim and in. Paul's got 22 points.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Mann passes to Hunt. Here's Haywood. A 3-pointer, no good.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
MP outside. Here's Miller. And it's Portland with the rebound. Klingon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Hunt, covered by MP. Hunt, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A moment now to check out some numbers for Scoot Henderson.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, and a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Allen's checked in for Hunter. Michael Porter comes in for Brandon Miller. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Ball. Here's Daniels. 5 points in the game. Stolen by Haywood. Pass to Mann. Over Daniels. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's a +5 advantage all the way to rebounding after that. Yeah, easy goal.
You can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Hornets have had 2 chances. So it's the Charlotte Hornets holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Charlotte Hornets.
And you look at the numbers, they're playing so well offensively, nice flow. Only a few wasted possessions, guys.
And if they continue on this track, they're pulling away down the stretch. Mark my words.
And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
Acclimating to the league is not that easy. These guys are already accepting the challenges and the rigors of the NBA, and they're crushing it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which rookie might take even another step and separate himself from the pack. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
We got Brandon Miller. LaMelo Ball is out there with MP. There's Jared Allen. And so on in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And it's blocked. Here's Mann. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mann's got the first points in the second half here for the Trailblazers. Pass to Salon. MP outside. And here's Miller outside. Portland grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Ball against Henderson. Now, here is Haywood. Now, Mann. 4 on the shot clock. Tries it from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Allen.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Mann, covered by MP. Henderson outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Now here's Allen. Charlotte moving the ball around. MP finds Allen. Here's Salon. Pass the ball. And here is MP. From outside the arc. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. He lobs it up. Stolen by Ball. Here's MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. MP's got 4 points this quarter.
Good work by MP. He gets positioning inside and capitalizes.
Henderson passes to Haywood. Down low. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Salon. Nailed from three-point land. Salon's got 12.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Here's Henderson. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Outside, Ball. Lets it go from deep. And Klingon pulls it down. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Haywood. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Miller. MP deciding where to go with it. And that one is good. MP's got 23. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Haywood, the pass to Henderson. 3 off the mark. Charlotte has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And they pick up 2. He's got 24.
Boy, making it look very easy. Ball has been unguardable tonight.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. First one falls for.
You know, one of the things you love about MP, he is certainly a team-first kind of a guy. Individual stats really don't do much for him. He wants to win, period.
And for Portland, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. And stolen by MP. Going inside, and the layup's good off the glass. MP's got 10 points now just in this quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Charlotte.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, where they just jump at it.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets on the wing. Miller. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Scoot Henderson.
Hanging tough. Ball does not let the foul stop it completely.
The first one falls. And the Hornets making a change here. Hunter's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Ingram.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. And that's taking care of business, fellas.
Here's Haywood. And a draw from three-point range.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
MP's shot is good.
Well, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 21. And stolen by MP. Pulls up. Not loose. For Portland, they've gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And it's Quingen with the jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Now, here is Haywood. He's got 7, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Such an athletic guy. Bridges just hammers it down.
One thing you know you're going to get from Bridges, he can really score.
That has never been a problem for him. He's always been able to put it in the basket. He's got a really good feel and stays in attack mode when he's on the offensive end.
Man with it. 15 points in the game. Bridges misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's MP. It's all in by the Trailblazers. Pass to man. Henderson outside. Now Haywood for the 3. Sinks the triple. Haywood's got 10 points in the game.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Henderson against MP. From deep. It's all in by the Trailblazers. Man's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Now here's Henderson. Some chance for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And the rejection by MP. Charlotte's got 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Pass to Miller. Fires the 3. Good. And it's MP picking up the assist. Miller's got 19 points.
Quality find there by MP to take advantage of the defense's weakness.
And here's Henderson, covered by MP. Off target on the 15-footer. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now, here's MP. He has 29. Hunter, no one around him. And all that time before dropping in.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
And the foul called on NP. That's his third foul of the game. Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Hornets. Daniels comes in for Ball. And then for the Trailblazers, Walsh checked in. Randall subbed in for Henderson. Here's Mann, 15 points in the game. It's good. He's got 17.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
MP passes to Daniels. Mitchell, he's checked in for Brandon Miller. And a switch here also for Portland. Frazier's checked in. MP outside. 6 on the shot clock. It's up a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Mann's got his 6th rebound on the night. Three-pointer, Randall. Claims the three-pointer. Randall's got 9.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
MP, no good that time. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to Law. Three-pointer, Randall. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shoes. It's basketball 101. But boy, is it working.
Here's Daniels. He's got 5. And the shot goes in.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them enough.
Here's Law. Good on the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Daniels with it. Defended by Mann. Pass to Porter. MP outside. A 3. Drills the three-pointer. MP's got 15 points in just the second half.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Here's Mann. 17 points in the game. Here's Frazier. Rebound by Mitchell. Here's MP. Good. It's Mitchell picking up the assist. MP's got 34 points.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Now, Mann provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Daniels, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Bridges finds Mann. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Portland, they have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts in the start tonight.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And that one falls for Bridges. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Well, 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already.
And we win by 26.
So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that